As much as I liked PreCure Splash Star, once I finally got around to watching it, because boy did it take me a while to actually start that season after finishing Max Heart, I think that the Tic-Tac Clock film, or I think is what it's called, was okay. It was kind of rough. The movie suffers from being the same rehashed plot that Splash Star does at some point, and Max Heart does at some point, and the original season does at some point, of the two main characters suddenly deciding they don't need one another, only to realize that they do, while the two movie-specific side characters serve as mirrors for their former relationship of trust and cooperation, despite their obvious differences in personality. I think that much of the movie suffers for this, because much of the movie is just spent with them constantly butting heads, and while I'm all for the characters fighting with each other to move the story forward, they have to regress for the story to move forward, but then it doesn't move past where they were previously. It brings us back to the baseline, because, it's an anime movie made in 2004, 2005, maybe 6. They weren't going to dramatically shake up the characters for this movie. I understand that they weren't going for anything groundbreaking here, and they were just making a nice, fun movie. And it was all right. It was okay. The villain was entertaining and was actually incredibly close to succeeding throughout much of the film. Much closer than what it feels like the antagonists often get. At least for the films, it felt like they were really close. He had control of time or something, and he was using it to stop time where all of the normal people were, and so it was up to PreCure to stop him, as is their job as the PreCure. But I don't know. The setting was nice. I think the aesthetic of the clocks and like all of these grandfather clocks and the maze-like domain that they were kept in for a while and the desert that they find themselves in. I think it was interesting. It was very visually nice to see this movie, but the actual plot of the movie was pretty much just them yelling at each other until they had to separate. And then they realized, oh wait, I was kind of being a shitter, huh? I should go apologize to her. And they both have this thought, and they both go and do that, and they find each other again. And then they kill that bad guy, as they are wont to do. Fun, good stuff, but I think it's just an okay film. I think the Splash Star movie should sit about a 4 out of 10. It has been a hot minute since I have watched it, so this could change upon a rewatch, but that is part of why I am trying to burn through these reviews so I can catch up and have them be more accurate to my current feelings on them and to form more thoughts on them, because I enjoyed Splash Star and I enjoyed its movie, but it's been a hot minute. So we'll see if that number sits or if I decide to change it at some point. But for now, I think the Splash Star movie is like a solid 4 out of 10. Maybe 5. 4. It's probably 4.